My name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to Sassy Seer Sheila and New Light Streaming Love, as this will be seen on both channels. And by the way, I highly recommend that if you're not subscribed to both channels, please make sure that you do subscribe. If you are seeing this on New Light Streaming Love, come on over to Sassy Seer Sheila and subscribe, and vice versa. If you're seeing this on Sassy Seer Sheila, come on over to New Light Streaming Love. Part of the reason I ask you to do that is, well, this channel, this is my third channel, and um, I've had a viewer now let me know that I'm being shadow banned again. Not surprised at that. And because of the way they've done things, I could at any moment be shut down. And so at least we got a chance of you being able to continue with Jason's work. Um, I mean, never fear, I will pop right back up again. But, at any rate, this is The Eye of Ra by Jason Gray. The original transmission date of this writing, June 26th, 2026. Divine sight, the observer and the observed. There are symbols that civilizations inherit, and there are symbols that civilizations remember. The Eye of Ra belongs to the second category. It was never merely painted upon temple walls. It was never simply carved into sandstone. It was never intended to become another religious ornament or archaeological curiosity waiting behind museum glass. The Eye of Ra was a statement, a declaration, a reminder that existence itself is not blind. For thousands of years, people have argued over what the eye represented: protection, power, justice, kingship, the authority of the sun. Each interpretation captures only a fragment of something much larger. The deeper mystery is not what the eye was watching. The deeper mystery is why nearly every civilization eventually imagined the universe itself as capable of seeing. Again and again, humanity returned to the same image, an eye, watching, present, awake. Now I want to pause here and say, when I first began going within, meditating, and asking myself questions, one of the very first things that I had happen for me was what appeared to be, behind my closed eyes for meditation, a gigantic portal with a human eye in the center. I had no idea what that was, and I still don't know what that was. So I just thought I'd share that because, could that be what, people were seeing? Back to Jason's writing here. Not because ancient people lacked imagination, but because they were attempting to describe an experience that language could never fully contain. Realization that awareness is woven into reality itself, not merely inside the human brain, but expressed through every act of observation. The ancient Egyptians understood something profound. Every sunrise was not simply another morning. It was consciousness illuminating existence once again. Ra crossed the heavens, not merely as a physical sun, but as the eternal act of revelation. Light did not simply expose the world, it made the world knowable. Without light, there is no form. Without awareness, there is no experience of form. One reveals matter, the other reveals meaning, and together they become creation. The Eye of Ra represents far more than divine vision. It represents the mysterious relationship between observer and reality. Modern science quietly stumbled into a similar mystery. Observation changes systems. Measurement alters outcomes. Reality itself behaves differently depending upon how it is examined. Ancient priests described this symbolically. Modern physicists describe it mathematically. Different languages, the same astonishment. The universe appears strangely responsive to observation, but the greatest misunderstanding has always been this. People assume the eye belongs to someone else, to a god, to an external intelligence, to an invisible authority somewhere above the clouds. The ancient symbol was never pointing upward. It was pointing inward. I believe that's true. It was always pointing inward. Who is observing your thoughts? Who notices your emotions? Who watches memories appear and disappear? Who recognizes joy? Who recognizes grief? Who notices silence? Who notices thought itself? This question has no easy answer because the one asking the question and the one being sought begin dissolving into one another. The observer cannot easily observe itself. The eye cannot directly see itself, yet it somehow knows it is seeing. And I wondered that when that first happened, is this, and it makes sense now after all this time, it makes perfect sense to me that it is us. This paradox has fascinated philosophers, mystics, scientists, and seekers for thousands of years. Every culture eventually encounters the same doorway, the observer. The observed and the mysterious relationship between the two. Most people believe they are simply looking at this world, but something far stranger is taking place. The world is simultaneously looking back. Every mountain changes the person who climbs it. Every ocean leaves something behind inside the one who crosses it. Every sunrise quietly reshapes the one willing to stop and witness it. Observation is never one directional. The observer is transformed by what is observed, and the observed acquires meaning because it has been witnessed. There is a silent conversation occurring between consciousness and existence every moment of every day. The Eye of Ra became the perfect symbol for this eternal exchange, not domination, relationship, not surveillance, participation, existence revealing itself through awareness, awareness discovering itself through existence. The ancients understood that every act of genuine seeing requires more than eyesight. It requires presence. Many people possess healthy eyes, yet move through life without truly seeing anything. They pass forests without noticing the trees, walk beside rivers without hearing the water, watch sunsets while staring at their phones, speak to loved ones while thinking about somewhere else. Information increases, awareness decreases. Vision is not the same as seeing. The Eye of Ra reminds us of the difference. To truly see is to become completely present, to stand without distraction, without projection, without constantly comparing what is before you with what already exists inside your memory. For a brief moment, reality is allowed to reveal itself exactly as it is. This is what the ancient priests meant by divine sight. Not supernatural vision, undivided attention, pure awareness. The ability to meet existence without immediately attempting to control it, categorize it, or possess it. In that state, something extraordinary happens. The boundary between observer and observed begins to soften. The separation that seemed so absolute begins to dissolve. You are no longer standing outside existence, examining it. You discover that you have always been part of the very thing you were attempting to understand. The river is flowing through you as much as you are standing beside the river. The sunlight illuminating your face is simultaneously illuminating your consciousness. The stars you spend your life observing are composed of the same ancient elements that now look back toward them through your own eyes. The universe has become conscious of itself, not through distant gods, not through monuments, not through empires, through you. This is why the Eye of Ra has endured across thousands of years, not because it belongs to ancient Egypt, but because it belongs to every moment awareness awakens inside a human being. The symbol does not ask us to worship an eye in the heavens. It asks us to become worthy of the extraordinary gift already looking through our own. The greatest revelation is not that the universe is watching us. The greatest revelation is that through awareness, the universe has found a way to watch itself. That is the mystery. That is the invitation. And that has always been the true meaning of the Eye of Ra. Jason Gray. Wow, I really I didn't think about it that way, but I really know that this is absolute truth there. From my perspective, I have said many times that we are all one and singular all at the same time because we are a perspective of the all that is experiencing the creation. And that's basically the same thing, what he says here in this writing. To me, it's the exact same thing. But you see, we've been so distracted by the material part of existence that we haven't had the time, right? Or the inclination to even think about these things because we got to make the donuts, to make the mortgage payment, to feed the children, to pay for our existence. Most people don't even think about the fact that this existence is the gift. What do you think about it? Let me hear what you have to say in the comments or reach out to me, consciousconversationscentral@gmail.com. Until we meet again, my friends, be well.